Happy holidays, everybody, to all of you who celebrate Christmas and to those of you who don't. I hope that things have been going okay for you, for those of you who watch me. I'm sure that if any of you have been traveling across the country or have had plans to travel, that this time of year must certainly have been a hassle. I know that it has been for me and my sister with our mom coming out to visit us. Well, it's been a hassle for my mom, rather. For that day that she was coming in, we had a nice warm rain that was followed immediately after by an Arctic blast of freezing wind. So all Christmas Eve we spent in the single digits in Fahrenheit, with icy roads no less, and we had a minus 18-degree wind chill, and I had to work outside in that weather, but I managed to survive it, and people were very generous to me, which I'm thankful for. I had to work a few hours on Christmas Day as well, but fortunately I got to spend the remainder of it during the evening with my family, and so I'm not complaining there. And there's an assortment of what I consider Here's an assortment of what I consider to be the most special Christmas presents I've received this year. I've got a couple of calendars for the Far Side and for Peanuts. I got a Mayan calendar, very unique. I got a Charles Vicino puzzle piece of his artwork of Paris, the city of Paris. I got Shauna's Journey by Hayao Miyazaki, with glowing reviews by Guillermo del Toro and Daisy Ridley. And I got some new art of books of the animated movies, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and Pixar's Onward. Those were definitely great gifts for this year. And even though my family and I had to do a lot of overhauling of our financial situations this year, and indeed part of that is contingent on some of the software I use for both making my art and making videos. So for that reason, I can't make any promises for the time being about when I'll be doing another major video essay. That's just going to be a little up in the air for the time being. Even though Christmas is over, I still like to wear this nice little Santa hat, simply because I consider the holidays to be only officially over once the New Year rolls around. And there's a special reason I choose to look at the holidays that way, at least the Western winter holidays. Or, if you live in the summer hemisphere, the summer holidays. We all know that behind each classic Christmas carol or Hanukkah song, or how the origin stories of these Western holidays have been largely twisted, fabricated, or whitewashed, or how the Nativity story took place in an entirely different time of year, etc. But the way I see it, that's not really what our reasons to celebrate the holidays should be rooted in. I think holidays should be celebrated according to what they mean to each individual celebrating them. Don't be ignorant of the supposed origins of holidays, because there may be more valuable to them than you realize, even if it's just a matter of learning how much you thought to be true ended up being way off. But for the peace on earth and goodwill towards men thing, that's something that ideally should be practiced year round, and the holidays are just a reminder for it. And the same with New Year's resolutions. Each of us should always be aiming to be a better person than we were the day before, even if only by a little bit, but the start of the new year should be just a reminder of that. Not permission, just a reminder. So with that in mind, why should all this value be put in the holidays at all in the first place? Especially if people only see it as an extra amount of stress with the rest of the year, or just an obligation to spend time with the worst members of the family. Well, the way I see it, or at least how I've come to see it, is that the winter holidays in particular, is really just a time of year to be the best version of yourself that you can be. To let go of all the stresses you suffered this past year, to connect with those you love most, and be reminded that you guys are always there sticking it out for each other through thick and thin. And even if your holiday sucked and didn't go as planned, there's uh, uh, a holiday is still your chance to bid this past year a farewell and give this new year and yourself a fresh start. Even if the year doesn't start off on a positive note or just flounders, like the past couple of years have done for the majority of the human population, the holidays should be seen as not just a chance to be that best version of yourself, so that they should be seen not only as the best version of yourself, that chance to be the best version of yourself that you can be for the upcoming year. It's to And it's also just not to be it's not to believe that you are at the mercy of the universe and abide to the mindset that whatever happens happens. It's to know that whatever comes, you'll be able to rise to the challenge and be closer to where you ultimately want to be in life, even if just by a little bit. Even if it's just a matter of 2 steps forward and 1 step back, that's still progress. I hope you are making the best of the remainder of 2022, and here's hoping to a good start in 2023. See you soon.